Hello, everyone.
Hello.
This is Life on Mute. Thanks for clicking and listening.
Welcome back.
It's Marlena and Kevin.
That's us.
So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so on the previous episode, I was talking about like my dating horror stories, if you will.
A little bit.
So I decided, well, I want someone else to make me feel not so sad. So I decided to look up some worst dates that they've ever had. So
there are some bad ones out there.
So I went to ranker.com, and this article, I guess, was by Josh Gu. And this was called People on Reddit Sharing Their Worst Dates They've Ever Had, and Their Stories Made Us Cringe Hard.
Well, let's hear it, Mr. Goo.
Okay, so this first one, it's from, so these are all Reddit posts, right? So this first one is, this was not necessarily a date, but a person I was dating invited me to a parent's house for the afternoon. He wanted me to introduce them to me and show me the house he grew up in. I thought it was super sweet and I had no problems going. He was also in the middle of moving and needed to pick up a few things, so really it didn't seem that unusual. Well, we got there and it was awful. His entire family was there. They traveled from hours away too.
Ooh.
This was not just meeting the parents. It was meeting the entire family.
Jeez.
Even worse, at some point, this jackass told his parents that he had proposed. We had been dating for 2 months.
Yikes. It's a red flag.
Why? Why would he tell his parents? What?
The man's under a lot of pressure here. His whole family's there.
Well, maybe like they've been forcing him, trying to push him, hey, it's time to get married, and he finally gave in, chose the first person he had been stable with for 2 months, and was like, all right, I guess I'll just tell him I proposed. But anyway, it goes on to say, I spent the entire afternoon dumbfounded and just playing along. We were 2 hours from home and I had no cell service, no way to leave at all. We ended up spending the afternoon brainstorming wedding ideas and planning an Alaskan honeymoon.
Oh, no.
And his parents planned to give us. His brother even called to say congratulations.
Everyone's posting it all over Facebook and Twitter.
Oh my God. Okay. And then it says, we drove back to his apartment in silence. When we got there, I got in my car and left. Didn't even bother grabbing my stuff. Weirdest experience ever. I have no idea how he broke the news to his parents that we weren't getting married.
He told his parents she didn't like you guys. Sorry about that.
How do you explain what was he expecting, right?
It was like Ben Stiller. She went on a date with Ben Stiller. So, it's the plot of every Ben Stiller movie. He says a lie and it just fucking backfires, and that's the whole movie, is him dealing with him being a liar.
Just like trying to cover up his lie by more lies.
Yep. Telling you.
Oh my God.
I found Ben Stiller's ex.
I can't I guess it's like a real life Ben Stiller movie situation, like you said, because that's the only way I could think of it. Because like, what was he expecting his, I guess, girlfriend for 2 months? Because they've been dating for 2 months.
I like how he came up with this and didn't tell her. Like, he just like,
I know.
He's like, oh, this will be fine. This will be fine.
Yeah,
she'll understand.
How do you not at least bring that up? Like, hey, my parents think we're getting married. Just go play along for a little bit. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to get them off my back. Like, at least explain it, and then maybe she'd be cool enough to play along, and then
still probably not.
But I'm sure. But the way that she was describing it, they really got into the wedding planning.
Spent a day planning her wedding
on the first meeting.
Well, that's nice.
Like they were super rushing it or something. They're like, God damn, yes, let's put them into the church before she changes her mind.
Yep. They called the bluff. They're like, all right, so you guys are engaged, huh? Well, let's start planning the shit out. What about the honeymoon?
I know that the
An Alaskan honeymoon seems nice, you know?
I mean,
it's nice and cold.
That's cool.
There's ice and penguins everywhere, I'm assuming. Are there penguins there? I don't know.
But that was the parents' gift, was their Alaskan honeymoon. So it's like the parents were already purchasing tickets and shit. How sad.
His whole family was
invited.
invited.
Can you imagine him coming back later and like, hey guys, she broke up with me?
He'll just say another lie.
I guess. I don't know. That sucks.
His whole family came on too strong.
Okay, this is another story. So it says, got set up on a blind date once between mutual friends. She showed up to the restaurant already a little tipsy, orders multiple appetizers, and only takes like 1 or 2 bites from each one. And then she proceeds to order 3 or 4 more drinks and is visibly drunk at this point.
Ooh.
She gets up and says she's going to the bathroom and staggers off. About 15 or 20 minutes go by, so I try to call her several times, but no answer. Finally, I decided to pay the check and just leave. About 2 hours later, I'm sitting at home, and I get a call from an unknown number. It's the police department.
Uh-oh.
She was picked up on a DUI on her way home after she ditched me and gave the cops my number. Gave the cops my number to see if I could go bail her out.
Why? Why? Why would he?
What the I know she's drunk.
She's a hot mess. That's what she is.
She is a fucking hot mess. This was a blind date. The first time that they met. What would make...
It's always a good idea to get trashed on a blind date, you know?
What would make her think
absolutely shit-faced
that he would bail her out?
She's obviously doesn't make good life choices. She just got trashed on a blind date, skipped out on the check, and then gave the cops, and then drove, got arrested, and gave the cops the number of the person she just ditched. That is a wild person.
You know what my question is? Who the fuck, what friend of mine set me up on this fucking blind date?
I know they're mutual friends.
Like, you know this chick is a fucking piece of shit.
She's a disaster. And you set her up with me, huh?
Like,
how low do you think of me?
Why not ask to call the friend that set you up on the blind date? To bail you out at least. They're obviously decent enough friends to set you up on dates. I don't know. That's bullshit. This next one says, was told we were going to dinner and then shopping. I drove to the town 1 hour each way because he didn't have a license. He directed me, because I didn't know my way around at all, to Burger King.
Oh, nice. That's good. Some onion rings?
Okay, I'll work with it. Standing in line, a worker accidentally leans on a packet of ranch. It breaks open and shoots at me right on the front of my nicest shirt.
Oh.
Profound apologizing commences. I ended up paying for dinner too. So the Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
Then it says, then we went to ... Walmart.
Ooh.
Where his mom worked.
Oh, nice. Employee discount too. All this sounds great so far.
And that's what the next line was. So he can get a discount. But didn't buy anything. Drove home. He starts apologizing out of nowhere. I thought it was because of the bad date. Until the smell hits me. He passed gas, and I had to legit pull over and roll down the windows for a while.
Oh. Why'd you have to pull over?
It was that bad.
That is strange. He was obviously not interested.
Yeah, that was
his way of getting out of that whole situation. Maybe she was coming on to him for a while, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to finally get her off my back.
That guy didn't have any money. Or a car. Or a license.
Probably forgot his wallet. You know, these things happen.
Yeah. Don't defend him because he's a man and you're a man.
Hey, my guy knows how to end a date.
How did he end it?
He introduced her to his mom like the first one. So if she was at work at the local Walmart, that was an hour away. And then he farted himself in the car. That's,
What the fuck, man? Like, you just did not... What a waste of fucking time. The fact that she has to drive basically 2 hours.
Why is she going on dates with dudes without cars? Come on, girl.
People just sometimes don't have cars, I guess, but...
Yeah, I mean, you got to talk to them for a while, right? I mean, I assume that's what people do. You talk to the person for a while, and then you go on dates and stuff, and it's like, I don't know. How do you not have a car? I guess it depends on where you live.
Well, technically, in her post, it was that he didn't have a license. So that should have been red flag number one.
How do you not have a license?
There must have been some reason. Either he's underage, doesn't have one.
Yeah, maybe
young? Maybe she's just got her license first. I mean, or he's older and he fucked up and got his license revoked somehow.
Yeah.
Well, those are the worst ones that I think that I found, but I found something else.
Okay.
Similar, but not quite the same. I found this on BuzzFeed. By Angelica Martinez. This article was called, "I asked people to share some of the pettiest reasons they broke up with their significant others."
Ooh.
So I thought this was juicy.
Let's hear it. There's some petty shit out here.
So one
guy farted in the car, so I mean.
So the stupidest reasons they broke up with their significant others.
Okay.
So these are like mostly one-liners or like brief, explanations, right?
Sure.
So number 1, I broke up with her because it was too hard to park by her apartment.
That's a valid reason. That's valid. You got to walk 2 miles to get to her apartment. Come on.
I was so close to doing that with you, Kevin.
Yeah, there was very poor parking where I've lived. Several places.
I was like, fuck this. I'm going to get towed. And then I'm going to be stuck with like a $200, $300 tow fee just to get my car back. He was like, oh yeah, park in this weird lot by my apartments. It's cool.
It was cool. It was cool every time.
And eventually, like after enough time, someone like put like a note on my car, like saying, if you park here again, we're towing your ass.
See? It's
so
courtesy.
I was like, you know what? Kind of considering it.
Getting towed and lose your relationship.
I'm not gonna fucking
this woman.
get my... You had terrible parking situation here.
How petty. She's exposing her own pettiness to everybody.
Whatever. The only available parking was your visitor parking, which was always full by tenants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, or parking in your assigned spot, which meant you had to park on the street somewhere, or probably in the same spot to get your car towed or whatever, or across the street where there's a parking lot for Costco, which was like at the light.
No, you don't park there.
Those are my options. Those are my options.
And where did you park?
Well,
in my spot, right? Yep.
Not all the time.
Problem solved, everybody.
Not all the time. Let me see what number 2 is. Okay. Every time I touched her, I would smell of egg. Held hands, egg. Hugged her, my shirt would smell like egg. When I broke it off, the egg smelling stopped. That person had some BO or something.
Yep, something was going on.
How do you just smell like egg?
Don't know. I eat a lot of eggs. I don't smell like eggs.
That's weird. Number 3. I called it quits with a guy I had been dating for 3 weeks because I literally had to teach him how to boil water. He was 29 years old and a civil engineer. Huh.
He was just letting her teach him stuff. That's all that was.
It was someone that she was just going to have to pick up all the slack for.
But he was a civil engineer.
But he didn't know how to boil water. I mean, that's pretty simple.
Something's fishy about that one. Seems fake. I call fake.
Well, let's see what the other ones say. I have an iPhone, and I broke up with a guy who has an Android because I can't stand the green text.
Yep, Marlena, we almost broke up over that one.
Oh, please don't try to get me back.
As soon as I sent you that first text, saw the green, I was like, ugh.
Is this your revenge?
Try to get a fucking iPhone, lady. What, do you got, a Metro phone over there? What's going on?
A Metro phone? Who has
Metro
a Metro?
PCS?
No one
Your
has a Metro
$60
PCS.
phone? Who am I dating?
Okay, you got me back, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. Okay, it says, I dumped a guy after the second date because he licked his eyeglasses to clean them. Oh.
Yeah, that's weird.
I once stopped dating someone when I found out they had a twin. I couldn't handle the fact that someone looked exactly the same as him. That's weird. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see I mean, unless you're so paranoid that, oh, I can never really be sure if the person I'm dating is the correct person or if they switch on me or something. I don't know. Maybe some paranoia or some shit.
They had a bad experience with the old switcheroo, you know? You tag your brother in.
I would imagine that happens a lot, though, as twins.
Probably.
But like they switch, like if they're not sure on their on the person that they're dating or something. I don't know.
No, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
your twin lifestyles.
Are you guys are there any twins listening? Let us know if you guys have done that switcheroos.
Yeah, all you twins out there listening.
Okay. Let's see. It says I was a junior high in high school. He was a senior. He skipped on a date at the park. He didn't skip the date. He literally skipped. Like, literally hopped on one leg. I ended things.
That's pretty petty.
Kind of weird.
Is it? Is it, Marlena? A man can't skip in this day and age? Come on, it's 2022.
I mean...
Skip away, boys.
I don't know. I guess maybe she didn't think it was very manly.
Well, I mean, he was a high schooler dating a junior high chick, so... dodged a bullet, I guess. Either way.
I mean, technically he was older than her by a year.
That's a weird age gap. I don't know. Don't like it.
Why is it a weird age gap?
Because he was in high school. She was in junior high. Did it say he was a senior?
No, they were both in high school, a year apart, junior and a senior.
Oh, okay. I thought it was junior high and a senior.
No,
and I was like, that's weird.
She was a junior in high school, and then he was a senior.
Oh. A man can't be happy and skipping around. Not around this lady.
Maybe he was just happy.
He dodged a bullet.
Maybe he was just happy to be on the date.
Yeah, my man dodged a bullet there. This lady is too judgmental. He's going to have to deal with that shit his whole life.
Okay, it says, my friend refused to go on a date with the guy because the guy likes sushi. It didn't matter that he wouldn't be going to eat sushi or a Japanese restaurant. He just couldn't fathom going on a date with anyone who had at one point or another in their lives eaten sushi. What the fuck?
That's weird. This person only eats chicken tenders and ketchup. They eat dinosaur chickens, and that's it.
They refused to go on a date with this guy because he likes sushi.
Can't eat sushi ever.
There's a lot of people that eat sushi.
Of course, there's a whole country that loves sushi.
It says, this next one, number 9. His name was Mario, and he was a plumber. I just couldn't do it.
Missing out.
She couldn't take him seriously.
Yeah, I think if your name's Mario, you probably shouldn't be a plumber. Although it is a great profession.
Number 10, I stopped casually dating a guy because he took 30 minutes to decide what omelet he wanted at IHOP.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares?
No, I care. I care about that.
30 minutes just to decide what they want to eat?
Yeah, do I want the Denver omelet or do I want a cheese omelet? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. If you can't
I mean, I guess there's not
just decide, and at some point you have to be like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just picking this one. Denver.
Or try one.
Oh, but the vegetarian omelet.
Or just try one every time you go.
This guy's ridiculous.
I don't know.
Good for her.
Let me see. It says, I ended it with a guy because he always had eye boogers. I couldn't look at them anymore. All I saw was a future of me telling him to clean his eyes.
Yeah. He's got to rub his eyes in the morning. What's going on, my man? What's going on, guy?
Says, I ended things with a guy because he was allergic to both cats and pine. I couldn't imagine a world in which I'd have to get rid of my cats or have a fake Christmas tree.
I mean, that's valid. If you have, what are you gonna do? Get rid of your pets because you're dating somebody?
Yeah,
you're dating, right? You're finding out whether you guys are compatible, and clearly this person has cats, so they're not compatible. So that's good. Yeah. That's fine. That's normal. That's not a petty reason.
Or the fake Christmas tree isn't too bad, but whatever.
Nah, fuck that. You need a real Christmas tree. You got to smell it. It's got to rot inside your house. You got to throw it away because it turns into a fire hazard. That's Christmas, baby.
Christmas.
The season of fire hazards.
I once broke up with a guy because he said John Mayer is the greatest musician of our generation. I like John Mayer. I mean, he's not like...
Is he the greatest of our generation?
I guess not.
Who is?
I don't listen to him, like, consistently. I like a good chunk of his music, though.
Yeah?
He's a good guitar player and all that. I don't know.
He's a fine singing man.
Well, this guy obviously didn't like John Mayer at all. Okay, it says, I ended it because all the words in every text he sent were capitalized. Trust me, it got annoying.
He's always yelling. Yeah, he has an anger issue. He's out there screaming the entire time. You can't deal with that, you know? You wake up, good morning!
How are you?
It's too much.
I went on a first date with a guy who couldn't parallel park in a spot twice the size of his car. I saved the space for him, and he wouldn't even attempt to do it. The date was over before it even began.
Oh, God. Imagine not getting laid because you can't parallel park. You got to spend the next weekend learning how.
How weird. I mean, whatever.
How do you not know how to parallel park? You just do it.
I mean, even with, like, the smaller spaces, like, if you have to turn your wheel, like, 10 times to do it, just do it. I stopped dating him because he made bad tacos. I'm half Mexican, and he had the audacity to say he could make better tacos than me. He used raw flour tortillas, shredded cheddar mix, shredded lettuce, and canned salsa. No thanks.
Seems fine to me. What's going on here? That's how you make a taco.
Oh my god. This other one. I dated a guy for a few weeks until he decided to climb on the decor in the movie theater and jumped off like he was a ninja. We were in our 20s. What the fuck is wrong with him? Was he high?
He's a free spirit. That's what he is.
A free spirit.
He's a free spirit.
Shut the hell up. You know, if some random guy was just climbing on pieces of decor and furniture and the like.
Oh, I tell him get down. I'll be like, dude, I spent $14 on this ticket. Sit the hell down and watch the movie.
Jesus Christ. I broke up with this guy because on the second date he quoted the entirety of the Bee Movie. He also hung up a mistletoe in his apartment and said it meant we had to kiss. It was April. He was 24.
Hey, you shoot your shots.
That was the second date.
He's trying to be romantic. He just watched a Christmas movie and wrote down all the notes.
The second date and mistletoe in April. Yeah.
Could hit her with the old April Fools. I was just kidding.
And he was just like quoting the Bee Movie. That's just weird. I don't know. Next one. I once ended it with a guy when he picked me up and refused my GPS directions. I felt like we were going the wrong way, but he said he didn't need them. Needless to say, he went the wrong way for another 5 minutes until I definitively said, "This is the wrong way. I'm going to give you the directions."
Yeah. I don't know what the whole stereotype about men not taking directions. It's a weird one to me. How does that define your masculinity? I know where to go.
I mean, I'd rather not get lost.
Yeah?
I'd rather not get lost. Thanks. Or like, what if something happens, like the tire pops or something, and it's like, then you're fucked if you're in the middle of nowhere. Just driving down this random street that you've never been on before. Oh no, this is a shortcut. I know where we're going.
I know where we're going. We're going right through the woods. No problem. There aren't any lights out here.
Okay, it says, I ended it with the guy because he didn't understand why I liked breakfast for dinner.
I mean, breakfast is the best meal of the day. Why not have it for dinner, right, Marlena?
I mean, it's not my favorite meal.
See what I have to deal with, guys?
Everybody? It's not my favorite.
Breakfast is the best meal of the day. You got your eggs, you got your bacon or sausage, sometimes both. You got some toast with some jam. You got your hash browns or your home style potatoes. You know, you could have a little a biscuits and gravy. You could have some pancakes. You could have waffles. Breakfast is hands down the best meal that you could eat. It's delicious. It's just good. A Denver omelet, a cheese omelet. Don't invite that other guy because he can't decide. But you could have an omelet. All I'm saying is breakfast is the best meal of the day. So why not have it for dinner, you know?
I'm just saying, for my point of view, if I already had breakfast earlier that day, I don't want to have it again. That's what I'm saying.
Cereal. Just eat a bowl of cereal, some Fruity Pebbles.
Cereal's different.
Fruit Loops.
Cereal's different.
Cocoa Puffs. Smacks. Pops.
Yes, we all know what fucking cereal is, Kevin. Thank you very much.
Golden Grams.
Okay, next one.
I'll eat it 3 times a day.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All breakfast.
All breakfast. Breakfast, breakfast, breakfast.
I once stopped seeing someone because he didn't like my lip gloss. I'm not giving up my lip gloss for some random I barely know.
Yeah.
Lip gloss, I mean, okay.
Why'd he bring it up? He's like, yeah, your lips look gross.
They probably kissed.
You got slimy ass lips.
They probably kissed, and he didn't want the lip gloss on his lips. That's what
He probably wiped it off, and she was like, oh, he doesn't like my lip gloss.
Think about it, Kevin. When I have lipstick or chapstick, you bitch.
I wipe it off.
You're like, ew, are my lips red? Like, even if it's just the pink chapstick that I have on, like, ew, like.
I don't need pink ass lips.
Are my lips pink? And you just forcibly wipe it off of your lips.
That's my voice. Ew.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I got pink lips.
Like, oh, fuck. And you just rub your lips until they burn because trying to get off the chapstick.
I'll light my lips on fire to get that chapstick off.
Or sometimes you'd be like, no, I can't kiss you. You have lipstick on or some shit. Let me see what this next one is. It says, I couldn't date someone who liked ketchup because I have an extreme and almost phobia to ketchup.
How are you scared of ketchup? What'd it do to you?
What? Like, why ketchup? Why? Like a phobia?
Is tomato sauce okay?
I don't get it.
You all right with spaghetti?
Okay.
She's the problem. He dodged a red flag.
I was on a date and he offered to do a cartwheel. I said I really didn't need to see him do that, and he did it anyway. I made my friend call me, pretending to be my mother, and I left immediately.
How old were they? Like 10? I can do a cartwheel.
Maybe they're in high school or
Who in high school is trying to show off with their cartwheels?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, my guy. You got to spit better game than that.
Yeah, I don't get it. But okay, next one. The last one. I stopped seeing somebody because he was allergic to peanut butter. I couldn't imagine going the rest of my life without Reese's peanut butter cups. I 100% agree with this last one. I stand firm. I would break up with them too.
He was allergic?
Allergic.
Well, sucks to be him.
To peanut butter.
He needs to find someone else that's allergic to.
I love peanut butter.
Peanut butter's good.
Have you guys had peanut butter ice cream?
Nobody else has.
Peanut butter ice cream or like froyo. Oh. I love it. It's so good.
It's fine.
That's how much I love peanut butter. I'll have it in ice cream. Just peanut butter, that's the one flavor. It's not mixed with Reese's, nothing, no bullshit like that. It doesn't even have to be. Just peanut butter ice cream, so good.
I could go for a Reese's peanut butter cup.
But that was the last one.
There we go.
Those are some petty ass fucking
Some of them were. Some of them
people.
were valid. That last one I feel is pretty valid too, because
The peanut
like,
butter.
yeah, I mean, if you eat peanut butter every day and then you're trying to date somebody that's like deathly allergic to it, like, obviously, like I said before, it's like, you're not compatible. It's not gonna work out. You got to give up your treats.
Oh gosh.
Life's too short to be giving up your treats.
So Kevin, what did you want to talk about today?
Well,
Your turn.
We have a few more weird drinking laws we could go over. There's a few little funny ones here. I got to say, some of you states got to get your shit in order. What's going on here, guys? You got your normal ones, which seem pretty normal at this point. Like Minnesota, no alcohol sales allowed on Sundays. Pretty normal. If you want something a higher percentage of alcohol, they don't even sell it there.
What state was that?
Minnesota. You have to drive across the border to get some harder stuff apparently. Which I thought, I mean, it's cold in Minnesota. I think I'd just be drinking all the time. Try to keep warm. Come on, Minnesotans, what's going on? Let's change some laws, people. But in Mississippi, it said they have a no open container law for drivers. No open container law. So you could drive around with a beer. You could stop by the liquor store on your way home and crack open a beer. As long as that beer won't get you over the 0.08% national legal limit.
Huh.
If you stay under that, you're good.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What state?
Driving to your buddy's house, crack open a bush, head on over. I assume they drink a lot of Bush in Mississippi. I don't know. Or Keystone. I don't know.
Mississippi.
Moving on to Missouri. No one is permitted to put drugs into your alcoholic drinks, so that's good. It's very nice.
Okay.
It's a good law to have, right? In one county, it is unlawful to provide beer or any other intoxicants to elephants. So there's probably a story behind that somewhere that we'll have to find. Do not get the elephants drunk. Not in Natchez, Missouri. And in St. Louis,
okay,
also in Missouri, it is illegal to sit on the curb of any street and drink beer from a bucket.
Wait, say that again.
It is illegal to sit on the curb of any street and drink beer from a bucket.
A bucket?
Can't have a bucket of beer. Not in there. Not in St. Louis.
Why can't you have a... Why would you have
a bucket? It's a lot of beer. I imagine it gets pretty
heavy.
Well, no.
Like,
you
what do you need
a bucket of beer, It's like a 36 pack, You're just pounding it at that point.
Why do you need a bucket? That's like, why can't you just have a beer at a time? Like, I don't get it.
How many people were sitting on curbs drinking buckets of beer? It's funny that it just says specifically it's illegal to sit on the curb of any street and drink beer from a bucket. What's wrong with the curb? I don't get it. Like, can you walk around the streets and just have a bucket of beer?
I'm stuck on the bucket of beer part. Why would you have just a bucket of beer? Just have a bottle of beer or a couple bottles. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe they mean like an ice chest? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't get it.
Yep.
A bucket, whatever.
Bucket of beers. In Nebraska, you might want to think twice about trying anything more than sweet-talking a bartender for a free drink. Because in Nebraska, it is illegal to have any physical contact or PDA with the bartender. Trying to get that free drink? I guess you could flash your boobies from afar, but you can't get within honking distance because then you are under arrest.
So basically, you can't like bribe,
like,
sexually bribe someone.
No PDA, no contact with the bartender. I assume that's probably like a loved one too coming in. You got your wife coming in to the bar. It's like, you smooch the bartender, you better not be drinking.
That's weird.
Yep, good old Nebraska, making the laws that matter. In Nevada, everybody knows this, and this is probably like the least obscure one. It's you can the bars stay open basically 24/7, or they can. And you're permitted to having open container laws in Vegas. It is not a crime there to be drunk in public, which is nice because that's the whole point of the city.
For some reason, I thought you said Nebraska.
But no, Nevada. Nebraska was the last one.
Okay. Sorry.
But yeah, Nevada, you can have open containers anywhere. It is not illegal to be drunk in public. You can even say cheers to the cops as they walk by you on the streets, you know?
I think that's the coolest part about Vegas.
Hell yeah, Nevada's dope.
The fact that you could just walk around and drink willy-nilly, like, that's so cool. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why it's so fun to go to Vegas. Obviously, there are other reasons.
That's the only reason why it's fun to be there. There's nowhere else. You could just be drunk and walking around. Yeah, there are a few places, but still, it's nice. And New Hampshire, on a little bit of a darker note, New Hampshire has set upon itself to make drinking and or picnics illegal in graveyards. No picnics and no drinking in a graveyard.
That's not hurting anybody.
Nope.
If they want to like celebrate someone's birthday, someone who's passed, like, and they just want to spend, you know, a time of remembrance and just chill there for an hour, have it at lunch.
Kind of weird you can't have a picnic there. Like, I'm just thinking about like older widows, you know. Like, say, you know, a grandparent passed away, and then your other grandparent wants to go and have some lunch over there and spend some time and think about the memories, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
why not picnics, New
Hampshire?
Who
voted for that? Like, who voted for that?
Come on, New Hampshire.
Like,
come on.
I don't...
Think about your grandmas. Think about the drunk kids.
Unless it was like... It's always the worst scenarios that make it illegal for fucking everybody. So there's probably one terrible incident or a few terrible instances where they completely fucked up at the graveyard, did some foolishness. I
feel like there's always a story behind some of these weird laws, right? There's something that happened.
Or
so maybe they had a big spree of kids getting drunk in the graveyards, you know? Who knows?
Or maybe like littering? Maybe no one's picking up their shit after.
Could be.
Their bottles,
they left
wrappers.
their red and white checkered blankets behind too often in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Hampshire.
Hampshire is how I say it. Hampshire.
Whatever new place. Another new place, New Jersey. It really hits you where it hurts. Apparently, if you get a DUI, not only will you pay the price, but you're also not allowed to get a personalized license plate for your car. Sorry. But you have to stick with the old state regulated ones, you know?
I wouldn't really fucking care.
Yeah, who cares? You got bigger problems.
Like, just get the random, like, no one cares about what your license plate says. If you want something to say, get a fucking bumper sticker or some shit. You don't need a customized license plate. Get a fucking bumper sticker, put that shit on your bumper and your window, some shit, and have a nice day.
Yep. Marlena, have you ever been on a boat?
Yes.
Have you ever used water skis or a wakeboard or knee boards? Something where you're towed?
No. No, I don't think so.
A little raft, a tube?
Maybe I've been pulled on like a little floating like banana boat or whatever it's called.
Have you ever had an alcoholic beverage while you were on such a banana boat?
No.
You would fit right in with New Mexico.
Okay.
In New Mexico,
nice setup.
You should probably stay away from drinking and driving in a boat. While boating while intoxicated is a well-known offense throughout the country, in New Mexico, not only does it refer to operating any vessel, but also includes using your water skis, your wakeboards, your knee boards, similar devices, your little floaties, your banana boats, your inner tubes. Nope. Can't have a fucking beer while you're sitting in an inner tube on the lake. Not in New Mexico. Wow, I just do not want to go there. That's like the best part of sitting in a tube. It's
yeah.
Like, you're all hot. Your six-pack just kind of floating under the water. Staying nice and cool away from the sun, you know, tied to a rope. And every once in a while, you just drag that rope up, you know.
It's just
pull
part
out
of
another beer and you drop it back down.
It's just part of the relaxing experience, right?
You toss your empty can right into the lake. Nobody cares. It's all good.
Well, that's why they're fucked. Too much fucking cans in the water. Beer cans, bottles, whiskey bottles.
Yep.
They're cracking down on litters. Those bastards.
Well, that's all we got for today.
All right. Well, good thing to keep in mind if you're traveling around the U.S. Where'd you find this? The craft beer club, I think you said?
Craftbeerclub.com.
Cool.
Weird drinking laws in our 50 states. We got a few more to go over.
Cool.
But we'll do that next time.
It's definitely good to keep in mind. Like, maybe we should hold on to this if we ever plan on traveling.
Yeah, we got to look it up. Now I know. Don't go on a lake in New Mexico because they hate fun.
That's the short way of saying it.
They hate it.
But yeah, it's a good thing to keep handy. Wait, okay, which state are we in? Flip through the fucking papers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can't do this, or this.
No, we're in New Jersey. I got a DUI, so I guess I can't have a personalized license plate. Shoot.
I guess I'll get a bumper sticker instead.
Yep. Probably make that a law next.
No fucking bumper stickers. Okay, I have this other one.
Let's hear it.
Related to your next one, because I personally like true crime, so I decided to look up some true crime stuff. But it was this is the place that I found it. I found it on Ranker.com by John Berryman. The most elaborate final meals in death row history.
Ooh.
Have you heard any of have you heard of that? I don't know if they still do it. I tried looking up if they still do it, but I kind of like got mixed things.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I imagine some states would, but other states are probably more harsher and just don't care. I think most states at this point are kind of abolishing the death penalty, but
Okay, Kevin.
yes.
If you died tomorrow, what would be the perfect last meal for you? What do you think?
Perfect last meal for me. You know, I'm just call me a regular old American, but just give me a filet mignon and cooked medium rare, a nice baked potato with all the fixings, a little asparagus on the side, and a nice cup of whiskey. That's all I need. Oh, a little New York style cheesecake with some strawberries right after. That's nice. That's my meal.
Would you say that's your death row meal?
That's it. That's
if
what
you
I
were
want.
on death row, that would be your request.
That
your special
is
request.
it. Yes.
Okay, let's find out what these guys picked.
Oh.
So this first guy, Stephen Woods. So in this article, it has their names, what they did to get in there, what they ate, and when they died.
Okay.
So Stephen Woods, the murderer of a young couple, even after many appeals, and he was backed by some popular non-profits and media organizations. So he still went to death row after all that. But allegedly, or I mean, I guess he was convicted, so not allegedly, the murder of a young couple, right? So his last meal that he picked, so these were all ranked as most elaborate to least elaborate. So I guess his was the best. Let's see what he picked. 2 pounds of bacon.
All right.
Fuck.
It's a lot
You'd
of bacon.
get full off of just that. That's just the first thing. He has
That's
a
just
list.
an appetizer, baby.
He has a list of things here. Okay?
Let's hear it.
2 pounds of bacon, a large 4-meat pizza, which sounds delicious, 4 fried chicken breasts,
Damn.
2 drinks, each of Mountain Dew, Pepsi, root beer, and sweet tea.
Might as well have them all. Yeah, I agree.
So he had 2 of each.
He's got a lot of food to get down.
2 cups of each: Mountain Dew, Pepsi, root beer, and sweet tea. Fuck. 2 pints of ice cream.
What kind?
Doesn't say. 5 chicken fried steaks. 5.
Damn.
5.
Trying to die of a heart attack first.
2 hamburgers with bacon.
More bacon.
On top of the 2 pounds already.
Okay.
Fries. 1 dozen garlic bread sticks with marinara on the side.
No ranch.
No, at least he didn't have more condiments on this list.
Nope. You did it wrong. Gotta have a little bit of ranch. Come on, my guy.
That is too much. How long did he take to eat this?
It's his last meal. Let the man gorge a little. He's gonna eat until he's absolutely stuffed and to where he's just like, please kill me.
So this is why I ask if they still do this shit, because this shit is expensive and this is a lot of food. For someone who's just gonna die and someone who did something terrible to obviously get on death row, he murdered a couple. He gets a fucking special treat before he dies. Like,
yes, we're killing him. We're killing him. Give him some fucking ice cream. Give him 2 pints of it. Give him a bunch of chicken.
Him.
Hey, allegedly here. We don't know. Also, the state is murdering a man.
Oh, some of these I know. Criminals I have heard of before. Some of these I haven't heard of before. And these fuckers did this. And they're shitty individuals. Okay?
Yeah, allegedly.
I've never heard this Stephen Woods guy, but he didn't deserve 2 weeks worth of food.
Maybe he was a good guy when he was inside.
He died at 31, and he died in 2011. So this was kind of recent. Probably the most recent one on this list. That's a lot of fucking food.
That's okay.
That's a lot.
You're trying to weigh up the food against this man's life.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm curious if they still do this because it's like...
They did it in 2011, apparently.
That's a lot.
So I imagine they're still doing it.
Well, but in what states, you know? Is this like a
not
state
a lot
thing?
of states have the death penalty anymore.
I guess so.
There's not a whole lot of capital punishment going on.
I'm
saying if you're going to do capital punishment, you might as well give the guy a last meal.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Give him a last meal, but 5 chicken fried steaks?
Yeah, he knows what he wants.
2 hamburgers with bacon and fries?
Yeah.
A dozen garlic bread? 2 pounds of bacon? A large pizza? 4 fried chicken? I mean, that's a lot.
It's a lot of food, but hey. They asked. He answered.
Whatever.
He wants a little bit of everything before he will never taste anything ever again.
I mean,
Except for the taste of his tongue being electrified.
I guess. Number 2. Marion Albert Pruitt. What did he do?
What?
He killed Bobby Jean Robertson, a convenience store clerk in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and 4 other people.
Rest in peace, Bobby. 4 others.
Last meal, Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza. He went particular brands, this guy.
He didn't want good pizza? Oh, shots fired at Pizza Hut. Do better.
Pizza Hut's good.
Fucking multi-billion-dollar chain. Make better pizza, please.
Oh, God. Okay. 4.
Bastards.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust. 4 Burger King Whoppers. That I don't understand because Burger King sucks. 4 of them. Whoppers. Okay.
Yeah. The Whoppers always come like half cold.
French fries. A fried eggplant. Fried squash. Fried okra. A whole pecan pie.
Oh.
And 3 2-liter Pepsi bottles.
Damn. Did he drink all those?
And remarkably, he originally considered ordering a roast duck. His first thought was to go fancy. Then he's like, no, fuck it.
I'll take a little Peking duck.
I want lots of fucking fast food. That's
all
what
the
he
fast
said.
food. All right, well, whatever floats your boat.
Okay, number 3. Dennis Bagwell. What did he do?
What'd he do?
Invaded the Texas home of Ronald Boone, who entered home to find the bodies of his wife,
oh no,
Leona McBee, his daughter Libby Best, and his granddaughters, Reba Best and Tessie Boone.
No.
So this guy killed 1, 2, 3, 4, a whole family. According to reports, they were beaten, strangled, and necks were broken. And
yikes.
Well, I don't want to go into too specifics.
Yeah, come on. What does this guy eat?
Thing was just basically that he brutally did that to all of them.
Yep, raped and murdered.
Terrible, terrible things. So in that sense, he definitely did not deserve a last meal. He could fucking eat a fucking piece of wood if I had the choice for him. His last meal: steak, fried chicken, barbecue ribs, fries, onion rings, bacon, a dozen scrambled eggs with onions, fried tater tots with onions, sliced tomatoes, a salad with ranch dressing. There you go, Kevin. 2 hamburgers with everything.
I prefer blue cheese, but thanks.
You just had a mini rant about ranch a minute ago.
I like ranch as a dipping sauce, not on my salad.
Oh, gosh. Okay, 2 hamburgers with everything. A peach pie, milk, and coffee, and iced tea with real sugar. He died in 2005 at 41 years old. It's
quite the haul.
Yeah, I mean, same thing, a little bit of everything. Everyone's going with steaks and fries and barbecue.
Of course, that's what you have to do.
He added...
I don't want to die bloated, so I just have the steak and a baked potato and some asparagus, A little cheesecake to top it off. Probably won't even finish that,
He had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this guy. So he had scrambled eggs and onions.
Full day, the full platter.
And a salad.
Nice and healthy of him.
So
I'd get a salad too, but with blue cheese and a bunch of croutons.
You could eat croutons like chips.
Yes, I can. They're delicious.
Number 4, Robert Dale Conklin. He died in 2005. His crime, while on parole for armed robbery, he killed a man by putting a screwdriver in his ear.
Oh.
And I guess he chopped up the body and put some of them in the garbage disposal.
Yikes.
What did he eat?
Let's hear it.
Filet mignon.
Oh.
Wrapped in bacon.
Okay.
Deveined shrimp sauteed in garlic butter with lemon. A baked potato with butter. Sour cream. Chives, real bacon bits. Corn on the cob. Asparagus with hollandaise sauce. French bread with butter. Goat cheese. Cantaloupe. Apple pie with vanilla bean ice cream. And an iced tea.
Dude, I could fuck with that whole meal.
That's a lot of shit.
That sounds good. That's a good day. Aside from the whole, being a shitty person and all. That's a good ass meal. Way to go, my guy.
Oh, God. Let's not give the crazy murderer, some praise. Please.
The man can eat. That's all I'm saying.
Thomas J. Grazzo. He strangled an elderly woman using her own Christmas lights.
Oh, that's messed up.
And then
on Christmas.
On top of that, he stole $8 from her purse, $4 from a change around the house, and stole her television.
This is like some crackhead shit.
Murdered an elderly man, stole his social security check. So 2 different murders of elderly people.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
And he still got a last meal.
What was it?
2 dozen steamed mussels.
Ugh.
He sounds like a terrible human being so far.
Those are the muscles that did it for you.
That just topped everything off. 2 dozen steamed clams. Oh my God, it gets worse. A double cheeseburger from Burger King. He has terrible, terrible taste. Half dozen barbecue spare ribs. 2 strawberry milkshakes.
Ooh.
Half a pumpkin pie with whipped cream.
Just keeps getting better.
With diced strawberries. And 16-ounce can of spaghetti with meatballs. A can?
SpaghettiOs. He wanted SpaghettiOs.
Why not just get spaghetti and meatballs?
He's getting SpaghettiOs.
And they were all served, I think it was the can of spaghetti that was served at room temperature. It says, and a 16-ounce can of spaghetti with meatballs served at room temperature. So I guess it was just this can of spaghetti that was
reminds him of his childhood. His mom just tosses him a can of SpaghettiOs and eat this.
His final statement to the press an hour before his execution, you ask?
Uh-huh.
I heard you say it. I heard you ask. He said, I did not get my SpaghettiOs. I got canned spaghetti. I want the press to know this.
I don't blame him.
What a piece of shit.
SpaghettiOs aren't expensive, and they bought him off-brand shit. Come on, guys. It's fucked up. He got Stater Brothers brand spaghetti circles.
He got Signature Select brand. Can you believe that shit? That was like his last press release. He died at 32 in 1995. Number 6, Lawrence Russell Brewer. Crime? Murder of James Byrd. He and 2 of his white supremacist friends beat him severely, urinated on him, chained him by his ankles to a pickup truck, and dragged him for 3 miles.
Jesus Christ.
He was fully conscious. The curb finally killed him and severed his arm.
That's a little brutal. Okay.
Oh, apparently this guy, he ruined the whole last meal thing for other inmates in Texas.
Oh.
So maybe they don't do it in Texas.
Well, there you go. There's our answer.
Texas banned elaborate final meals after he requested shocking spread and then refused to take even one bite of it. Oh.
Elaborate last meals. The chef was pissed about that one. He made all this shit for him and didn't even eat it.
These are all elaborate last meals.
Okay, so what do you have?
He had 2 chicken fried steaks. By the way, again, it said that he refused to take a bite of any of it. 2 chicken fried steaks, triple bacon cheeseburger, cheese omelet, large bowl of fried okra, 3 fajitas, 1 pound of barbecue with half loaf of white bread. A meat lover's pizza, 3 root beers, 1 pint of Bluebell vanilla ice cream, and a slab of peanut butter fudge with crushed peanuts. That was in 2011 at 44 years old.
Imagine being the next guy up. You're excited about your last meal, and this fucking guy gets executed before you, ruins it for you.
Yeah, that sucks.
They're like, nope, you get what's in the cafeteria.
Or give him that guy's meal. He didn't eat it.
I don't want his deadly leftovers.
I'll skip down to a person that I've heard of, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard of.
Okay.
John Wayne Gacy.
Oh.
He did a lot of fucked up shit to a lot of kids.
Yeah, he did.
And he buried them in his backyard.
Well, but this piece of shit eats.
And he was a fucking clown, too.
Everybody knows his story.
Last meal was fried shrimp, a bucket of KFC chicken, fries, and a pound of strawberries.
All right.
That's a pretty decent. Fried shrimp, KFC, fries, and a pound of strawberries. That's probably something I'd get for sure.
Yeah.
That's not like overly excessive either. It's not like 12 pizzas and 5 chicken fried steaks and bullshit. He died at 52 in 1994. Boo-hoo.
Oh, well. Sucks to be him.
Fuck him, dude.
Well, that's fun. That was a nice collection of murderers' foods that you had for us. Well, Marlena, you like collecting things, don't you?
I do like collecting things.
What do you like to collect? Probably some slime, some little babies, some dinosaurs here and there. You know, I'm of course speaking about Nickelodeon.
I collect porcelain dolls. No, I'm just kidding.
That is terrifying. If you collected porcelain dolls, we would not be together. That's just a fact.
That would not be
not waking up and looking over and seeing some porcelain dolls staring down at me. It's not happening.
If I had them all on a shelf just pointed towards us in our bed sleeping.
Nope. My grandma actually had a porcelain doll collection, and they did sit on like some armoire. They sat at the top of it and just feet dangling off, looking down at her over her bed while she slept. Weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
That's creepy. I can't sleep like that. I can't imagine how people sleep like that.
It's crazy. I don't know.
Well, I don't collect porcelain dolls. I don't have. Well, I do have a collection of like movie tickets. Like I would every time I go to the movies, I'd just keep my ticket and like put it in a drawer.
Sure.
My oldest ticket is Santa Claus 2, the Tim Allen movie.
Oh yeah.
That's my oldest ticket.
Classic, an instant classic. Santa Claus #2.
But other than that, I'm very nostalgic, and not that I necessarily collect it. I don't purposely. I just kind of have like a Nickelodeon childhood animation. I don't know. I kind of like that stuff. My favorite is Rugrats. I have a couple of Rugrats things, but not like a collection.
Nickelodeon, yep.
You don't collect anything, Kevin?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing at all?
Nope. Not weird.
You have a bunch of Eagle stuff.
That does not count. So
it's a collection.
It's a necessity.
What is considered a collection? How many things of the same thing is it considered a collection?
I just like Eagle stuff. What can I say?
Eagles, the football team from Philadelphia.
Everybody knows them.
Not actual like figurine Eagles statues.
I do not have any figurines. No.
But I think yours would be considered a collection because it's more than like 5 things.
Sure. Got a ball, some hats, some shirts, some sweaters.
You have a framed little like Eagles poster thing.
Yeah.
A hat that we hang on the wall too.
A tiki.
Yeah. You have a lot. You have a few things. Anyway, so what were you going to bring up? What was your thing?
Well, here are some of the most terrifying items that people actually collect by Jeff Steinberg on cracked.com.
On where?
Cracked.com.
Okay. What are the weird
collectors? So just a few of these that kind of stood out, you know, that people might find interesting.
Okay.
And, you know, it's just kind of weird goofy things that people do. People there's some crazy fucks out there, right? So people collect celebrities' hair.
Oh.
Celebrity hair. It says in the last decade, the number of serious hair collectors has skyrocketed from about 150 to over 2,000 people. Why? Well, you already know there's a non-creepy answer to that question, but the interest seems to be all tied in the recent breakthrough in DNA research. So people are collecting on the vague idea that they can clone themselves a celebrity someday.
I guess I get it.
No, you don't get it. That is weird.
No, I get, like, oh, people want, like, if their favorite celebrity died or something, right? If they want them to, I guess, be reborn. But I don't know how likely of a future that is, but I wouldn't obviously collect hair. That's really creepy. And
Collecting anything that has to do with a celebrity is some creepy ass shit.
it's not that serious.
It's creepy. You're idolizing a human being that just walks around and shits just like you do. I don't know. Anyways, few strands of hair from JFK sold online for $205.
Oh.
And
JFK is a big deal to a lot of people.
sure. There's a clump of hair from Che Guevara, who is a notable socialist, that sold in 2007 for $100,000.
Oh my god.
Some hair from this guy.
I wonder how you authenticate that.
There's DNA now. You could probably prove it.
I guess so.
There's a guy named John Reznikoff, who is the Guinness World Record holder for his huge human hair collection.
Oh no.
Yep. He has pieces of Marilyn Monroe,
Monroe.
Napoleon, Albert Einstein, and even Abe Lincoln.
Damn.
Complete with chunks of brain matter from his assassination.
Oh.
Now that's a collector's item right there.
Okay, now his is serious business.
Yep. He even got he got Mr. Booth's hair too.
I wonder. Oh, the guy that killed him.
Yep.
Imagine that collection.
He keeps them right next to each other, I bet.
Imagine the collection. If that's what's on his inventory.
Yep.
Brain matter of Abe Lincoln.
Apparently, they cut Booth's hair. It says he got clipped while being dragged from his burning barn hideout. Why did they cut off his hair? That's weird.
I think they mean that they yanked it out of his hair.
They clipped him. Like they took clippers and just got his hair off. I mean,
imagine having a chunk of Abe Lincoln's head. That's insane.
Just little chunks of brain matter. No big deal.
That's an ancient piece of brain and hair.
You gotta clone that guy.
Imagine if you were able to. Abe Lincoln?
I don't know if you come out the same person. That cloning is kind of a weird thing because do you come out with the memories? I can't imagine you do. I think it's just all that matters there. You're just a new person, right? I don't know. It's weird. I think when you clone too, I don't think you're cloning an adult into a full-grown adult. Do they do that? Or is it just you take a clone and you put it in an incubator and it grows and now it's a little baby, right? And then it just lives its life.
Well, I
think that's how they do it with sheep.
I have no idea. Are they even close to doing any human cloning? I have no idea.
I'm sure there's a lot of
failed attempts.
Tape. No, I can't even imagine they tried at this point. Maybe they have. I have no idea. But I imagine there's a lot of moral issues that go with that. You can't lab grow a child. Who's gonna take care of it? The scientists? Is it owned by the lab? Is it even human?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a lot to...
It's pretty deep. Too deep for this podcast.
Continue, weirdo.
Well, that's all I have to say about the celebrity hair. But there's another collection that people have, which is murderabilia. Which is
related to mine, see?
Yeah, a little bit. It's the art produced by serial killers. Fucking weirdos.
In their prison cells.
Yep.
The art that they do in there while they're using up their time.
Mm-hmm. John Wayne Gacy had a little art exhibit, apparently. What a goofy bastard. He drew an orgy skull.
There's a picture of it on there.
There is a picture of it, yep.
And it shows all the bits.
All the bits, the penises.
The
The dingly
vaginas.
doos, the vaginas, the boobs.
The doodly doos.
Yep.
The totos.
All of it. Shows
And
it all,
it's all
Gacy.
shaped in a skull.
Another famous man that has a little arts and crafts is Charles Manson. He likes sketching and making spiders out of yarn and string.
I heard his stuff was very popular. Like, I think he at one point he like sold his stuff or something.
Yep. If you wanna buy some of this stuff, you can get it on murderauction.com. It's very simple. Murderauction.com. We're promoting them. We're promoting these murderers,
no,
guys.
No, we're
not. There's a collection of corpse tattoos that people collect. So, somebody dies and they just, get a little piece of skin. Just a little bit. Yep. Just like that.
And they just collect ancient mummified tattoos.
That's all it is. Just mummified tattoos.
A collection.
A collection of it. I guess the guy that has the most is Dr. Katsunari Fukushi. He is involved in the Japanese Tattoo Institute, where they study art of looking like a total badass. That's verbatim. That's what it says. The weirdest one, I guess it's not very weird that we have the internet these days. There's some weird shit on there.
Mm-hmm.
But genital casts.
Oh.
Put your ding dong in some plastic. Not plastic, but, plaster. Little dental molding. And, you got a little ding dong.
Make a dildo for yourself.
Yep, a funny little dildo. Give it out on Christmas. Well, the art of making plaster casts of people's genitals go back to the likeliest of decades, the 1960s.
Ooh.
Musicians from Jimi Hendrix to Frank Zappa got wang deep in dental moldings and are plated like Greek sculptures for the intimate lovers and drunk horny fans. Who would collect this, you ask? Well, the all-time collector of famous plaster dongs is Cynthia Albitron, also known as Cynthia Plastercaster. Cynthia would travel to hotel rooms in Chicago along with her bladder, known as the industries as a fluffer. And after her assistant readied her subjects, she'd indeed mold with a rock star boner. Kiss even made a song in her honor, Plastercaster, even though a cast of the band members has never been done as far as we know.
Wait a second. So you said so she personally molds the penises or
she
vaginas,
molds them.
And her assistant jerks them off.
No,
so
he fluffs them. How dare you? This is a PG podcast. He just fluffs them up.
When has it been a PG podcast?
He fluffs them up. That's all he does. It's a fine business.
What is a fluff? What does that mean?
He fluffs them.
He fluffs them.
Why can't they fluff themselves? I don't understand.
They need a visual aid or
They're
something.
They're too professional. Maybe it's a little bit easier with some help.
A little help from my friends.
Get a professional fluffer. Anyways, the prices range from $200 to $500, depending on the location and the type of casting.
On the location, meaning like penis, vagina, or asshole or some shit.
Yep. You get the whole junk done.
Imagine putting. I'm assuming they shave, because or else it gets stuck on their hair. They shave. They'd have to wait until it gets the plaster or whatever they do gets hard. Imagine sitting there, having someone put all this shit on you, and then, like, it's just like a weird thing to think that people just sit there and just get their shit.
Of course, you got to do what you got to do.
Molded.
You have to do what you have to do. If you want a plaster of your penis, call Cynthia. She'll hook you up.
Imagine. Gross.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Anyways, that's all we have for that.
It was very weird and interesting, to say the least.
Yep.
People collect vaginas and penises of the celebrities, or maybe not even that, of just weirdos. Just buying them
just
off of
friends,
eBay.
No big deal.
Posing?
Got my friend's penis on my shelf.
I look at it every day.
Yep, there it is. John Smith.
John Smith.
1991.
Okay, guys. I think that's it for today.
Yep. Thank you all for tuning in and listening.
Send us an email, Life on Me Podcast. Find us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks again for listening. You'll hear from us next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.